You know, when you're at top of your game and you think, fucking hell, I'm flying here. And then you go in next season and you think, fucking, this is my year, this. Yeah. And then to be like pegged. Knocked back. And then you're just like sat there scratching, trying to climb fucking ladder again. And you think, well, I've just done that for 5 years, hard work to get to where I am. They signed Gale, like, no problem. Gale is a legend at games, sound bloke, like, unreal. And that's the direction the club wanted to go down. They wanted to sign Luke Gale, but it just left me like in limbo. And it was one of them where I didn't want to leave. I never wanted to leave. I always wanted to stay, and I wanted to finish my career there. And I thought that I'd never have to leave, especially after stuff we'd done last year. But it was like everything that we did last year just got swept under the carpet.
But when you're training together and playing against it, do you not feel like you just want to fucking, even though you're mates with Gale, you just want to tune her into it?
You need to be as confident as possible, and when you're confident and you're sky high, that's when you play your best. Yeah. Whatever sport you're playing, and that's what should be happening now. But instead, I've had to like find another club and meet a new team and new set of lads. And it's not like I've done it at the start of pre-season where everybody's new. Yeah. I've done this 3 weeks into a season.
What do you think to shape of rugby league at the minute? Do you think it's going to win, or do you think it's going to keep 5-10 years time? Do you think it's there?
I don't know, honestly. They've that IMG that's coming out there that's took over and they're trying to push it. But it depends what direction they go in. I think something's got to drastically change.
You mentioned there that you've done another podcast of people obviously been quizzing you about what actually happened.
Yeah, quizzing me on what's going on.
What has that, like, tell the truth, what the fuck has happened? Let's get into it straight away, mate. Let's not fuck around.
So, this obviously they signed Luke Gale, which I sort of knew that back then that my back went against wall when they signed him. But you've got to like
keep this baby close to your mouth.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So they signed Luke Gale, but there were loads of things in pre-season at the start of it that had happened that sort of
like what?
But you go into that, but just for some context for people watching, Gale is coming.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it as just someone neutral as a fan.
Yeah.
You played well. You've been obviously. Did he not get player of the year?
Yeah, I got played it. Yeah.
So it's not on form. It's not on anything like
that.
No,
it would probably. I don't know what it'd be. Tactics. I got told. So it's tactics, maybe politics. I don't know. 6 1 1/2 dozen other, but it was like there were things happening at the start of pre-season, and just with like contracts, and you know when you sort of you can feel that things are swaying and you're getting pushed out. Mm.
And in how they were treating you?
Treating you in sort of like no respect, and I mean I was club captain at time as well, so they were just.
You felt like something was going on behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors, and sort of I weren't filled in on what were actually going off, and then when it comes out, I weren't filled in on what were going off because I've obviously signed another half back and then rolled with one that we had last year, and then it was like I was just stuck in limbo, but. I was in that position, do you know, like when you played that well and I said it on this other podcast that I did, you know, when you're at top of your game and you think, fucking hell, I'm flying here, and then you go in next season and you think, fucking, this is my year, this. Yeah. And then to be like pegged, knocked back, and then you just like sat there scratching, trying to climb fucking ladder again, and you think, well, I've just done that for 5 years, hard work to get to where I am, and then...
So what's your reaction there then with them? Are you just think fuck it, like whatever?
I got to a point, Ellis, where it was affecting me at home, like because I'm pretty emotional, man. I take things. I play game emotional. Do you know what I mean? Like you wear it out on your sleeve and you play it 100 mile an hour, and if sort of everything was going against me, I was like taking it home, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, I can't carry on this, and you know, I mean, I went sleeping on a night, and it would just been awful to be around, like, even at work. I didn't even want to be at work. I'd be on phone to people, like, you know, trying to think, fucking hell, what's going off here? I just got to a point where he said I could go out on loan, and I just thought, I've got to just break off and leave.
So were it contract disputes, or was it that they brought Gale in, and did you fit into the chess game?
No, I had conversations with him, and they were like wanting to play me as a utility player and coming off bench, and I said that the best thing that you could do was not play me coming off bench, because I'm not a hooker, and I get spotted and I get run over, top and bottom of it is, because I'm not biggest of blokes, and if you imagine me middle of the field against props that are 6'4" and 130 kilograms, so it was like I sort of ruled myself out of that. But the sign Gale, like no problem. Gale is a legend at games, sound bloke, like unreal, and that's the direction the club wanted to go down. They wanted to sign Luke Gale, but it just left me like in limbo, and it was one of them where I didn't want to leave. I never wanted to leave. I always wanted to stay, and I wanted to finish my career there. And I thought that I'd never have to leave, especially after the stuff we'd done last year. But it was like everything that we did last year just got swept under the carpet. Like we went unbeaten and won league, and I'd won every individual accolade that you could win. So then 3 months later, nothing, and I was sat just like scratching my head on the bench thinking.
So what routine then? Obviously, Gailey coming in, did he come in and you went straight out, or did you have to train
No,
together?
I had to be trained. So Gale come in just before Christmas, and that was you sort of knew then. He said, "Oh, it's a toss up between you and him who's going to play." And it's like, hold on a minute, if you brought a bloke who's played in a World Cup final for England and a Man of Steel and played in a grand final and won every award going, it doesn't take a rocket science to work out. And that's when I said at start of pre-season, I knew, because there were a few things that happened where I were having to go on other side of the field. Just things that you sort of know.
Boys, I always want to know this, with lads and mates in club, are people talking about it?
Yeah.
Is it a bit of an elephant in the room?
There's some elephants in the room, yeah, and people talk about it and they'll be saying, "Oh, I can't believe what's going on," and then there'll be some that's quiet, and that's what probably people don't realise. There's a lot of animosity that happens in changing room, and like you get cliques that talk about things, and maybe not what coaching staff see either, because they obviously see, when you're all together, and when you have team meetings and like video review, you're all together and you're all talking. But then when you're away from it, you don't actually separate off into groups and into cliques, so you don't. And then people will talk, and then it'll like bounce off other groups. It's clicky.
How do you deal with that then? Because I remember when I were like 15, 16, you used to do service areas, and like we were Wakefield district or whatever we were, and say I were fullback, there'd be 3 other fullbacks there, and even some of them you'd know, but when you're training together and playing against each other, do you not feel like you just want to fucking, even though you're mates with Gailey, just put a bit of tuner into him? That's what I would like every time. That's probably why.
That's why you're a fighter.
That's why I got turned down from it. I always wanted to knock fuck out of everyone. So
your mates. It's because it's when you're in a professional environment. It's maybe when you were younger and you were used to get up and mad, but when you're in an environment like that, you're all mates and you're there for the same goal at the end of the day, aren't you? To do something. Yeah. So no, there were none of that went off. It was just disheartening more than does
it leave a sour taste for you in terms of your career now? Because like you said there, dig into that a little bit. So obviously you've had a good run.
I won't know ever sour taste, but like I said earlier, when you feel like you should be on top of the world and flying, and anybody who ever plays rugby or in any sport that you're doing, if you want to perform at highest level, you need to be as confident as possible. And when you're confident and you're sky high, that's when you play your best. Yeah. Whatever sport you're playing, and that's what should be happening now. But instead, I've had to like find another club and meet a new team and new set of lads. And it's not like I've done it at the start of pre-season where everybody's new. Yeah. I've done this 3 weeks into a season.
How tough's that for dynamic group to walk into that?
You know what? I was shitting myself because in 5 years, I've been at that club 5 years and I've grown with it.
Like
and
first day at school again.
And I shit myself. Like I was like thinking, fucking hell, like, when you get like butterflies, I'm thinking proper bad this. And it was like travelling an hour and a half up. I got in a car with 2 lads that I didn't know. Sort of after a week, they're all like young spunkers. The kids, they're all fucking 22, 23 year old. They're not like old end. They're not the young kids. So like I'm piss about all the time. I fuck about, and I'm like fucking right, I'll click here. Like you fit right in. Yeah. So they've took me in and probably made it loads easier than I thought it was gonna be.
What other options were there? Any options on the table? Or quite a rushed thing?
You know
3
what?
weeks into the season, like
it's weird. So this is if it had told me at the start of the season that this what direction they were going down, but they didn't. They sort of like strung me along, and I could have said, right, well, no problems. That's it. I'll find somewhere else. And then there'd have been offers on the table that would have probably suited me and been in my favour, and I could have gone here and I don't know, maybe close to home. I don't know what would have propped up, but the fact that they didn't, and it was like later on that I had to find out, and I'm scratching like my head thinking, when am I going to go here? So there were some options, but there weren't as many as there probably would have been if it had been at the start of pre-season. But I'm happy where I am now. It's class, good club, good facilities.
Is it part-time then in terms of you've got a normal...
Yeah, I've got a normal
job and then...
So this is what like...
It's intense, that, isn't it?
Oh, especially like, I was saying off camera, like, you travel an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. So I have to like leave work at 3 o'clock on days I train. Get back at 11:30, 11:45 at night, up again for 7 o'clock next day for work.
How many times a week is that?
So that's twice in week, Tuesday, Thursday. And then a Saturday morning, I'm up at 6 o'clock. Get to Newcastle for 9.
You've got to give your weekends up every
So
weekend.
yeah. And then you're back at 1:30, sometimes 2 o'clock. And then you play on a Sunday. And then obviously in Championship, there's fucking...
Does it reward well, though? I can't see that being... Like me, I used to hate fucking going down to Lock Lane to train Tuesday, Thursdays. Then at 6 o'clock at night, so I'd rather go out...
You get in a routine. So it's like, it just becomes normal. Do you know what I mean? It is rewarding. It's, you know, like... It depends what you want out of a game. Do you want money out of it? Obviously, you won't play if you didn't get paid for it. That's just how it is. You won't give up... It's like time, innit? You can't buy time, so you won't get... If you didn't get paid for it, you won't do it, and that's just how it is. But when you like achieve things as a collective and you all buy into the same thing, like we did at Keighley last year, and you won't end up winning, that's the buzz, like, and you're winning every week, and you're with your mates, and they're like, you're that close. Like we went to Magaluf on Mad Monday, end of season, and everyone went. 27 people to Magaluf.
I'd ask for some mad stories, but you're probably reluctant to tell them, aren't you?
There were some mad stories.
Feel free to hit us with a couple.
You want to see it fucking place we stayed at with HMP Magaluf. You've never seen it like it in your life, like prison cells, E-wing.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mad stories.
Tell us.
We've got to have one, mate. Just keep it away from you.
We can always get
just
rid of
deflect it and don't give a name.
Yeah.
So
I say we can always get rid of it. We probably won't, but
one of the lads obviously in Magaluf, and what happens? You know what happens in Magaluf? Fucking pissed up, all the shit.
Yeah.
And he's stood outside at a pool and he's talking to these birds. He lost that much weight. His shorts were hanging off him, you know, baggy. And I'm on about like 2 inch trying to pull him up. He had 2 drinks. So I went underwater behind him, swum, and I just de-kegged him. And he had 2 drinks, and woman went, last one to him, well, that's a shame. He just looked there, fucking his back laughing.
How do you react in a situation like that? Do you chuck your drinks? Do you
he just looked at him and they just passed
is.
drinks to him and he pulled them back up. But it was pretty cool. Like we're cool with it, but yeah, that would pool party. I think on second day. But.
Does it ever get like? And obviously you're a close group of lads when you're playing a team for so long, and that does it ever get situations like that? Do they ever get out of hand, end up turning around and scrapping and shit like that, or is it like a brotherhood thing? Or
nah, it's a brotherhood. I'll tell you what, it's a brotherhood thing. We had when we were in Magaluf, so you know Lewis Young.
Yeah,
we're in a bar over there, and he always made a joke like the old man when he played. There were pictures of him, and he wore shin pads back in the day. So Young were like, "Soft bastard, your father wears shin pads, you wear shin pads, you're a soft twat." All this, so. We'd been out and we were levered in this bar, Alex's bar in Magaluf. And I walked back and I got him a drink and I went to give him a drink and he just booted me in my shins. He went, soft cunt, get your shin pads on. You know when you lose your head, like I had minimal sleep, you're pissed up. I put drinks down WhatsApp and I said, fucking come near me again, I'm going to smash it in. He went to one of the lads, Kezi, help me, he's going to kill me, he's going to kill me.
Yeah. What a bio.
Yeah. Is it easy to, obviously, well, by the way, first question is, because I knew obviously you played rugby in school and stuff like that, but from when you started at Keighley, what, 5 years ago?
2018 pre-season I went.
So were you playing at a good level before that?
Yeah.
Or did you just come out of nowhere?
No, I would at Doncaster before, but I went in Australia and then I come back from Australia after 2 years and I signed at Donny. That way my old man played. I always wanted to play there, so it was like, I just thought it was fate, but it was probably not right move for me at the time. I think I went on emotion instead of what was probably right move for me. And I ended up going tits up. And like I was saying, when I was 19, I was full-time, me. So everything that anyone did, you know, like from being 17 to 19, they went to college and they fucking went out and pissed the money at wall, all that shit. I was like full-time professional. So I couldn't do all that things, couldn't go out bank holidays and all that shit. And then I went to Australia, come back at 21. So then at 21, it was like I was trying to catch up with what everyone were doing at 17, 18, you know, going out. And that's probably when my career took a bit of a stumbling block. And then I ended up leaving and I didn't play in like 6 or 7 months. And I thought, you know what, that's it, I've had enough. I just drew a line with it. And then I bumped into Keighley head coach at the time at Starbucks at Escape. It was Steve Gill. Can you remember Steve Gill, who was CEO of Cass? Yeah. And he was obviously my scholarship coach at Cass, so he knew me. And he was like, what are you doing? I need an half back at Keighley. Do you want to come? I'm like, fucking hell, I'm on after the gym. I'm like, what are you doing? He says, well, have a think about it. He says, ring me tomorrow and I'll think. Anyway, by 8 o'clock that night, I got a contract offer on the table, money at what, and I signed it next day. So it's like fate.
That's nearly as good as Jack Lee's story that he got scouted from playing rugby on fucking roundabouts in Airedale. You ever heard that one?
Yeah, no.
I don't think it happened. It definitely said
Good
it.
story.
It's a good story to tell.
He lived on them roundabouts.
Yeah, I
and
think
all,
that's
didn't
why
he?
it popped up. So what I'm going to ask you is obviously you've been playing rugby and being around rugby boys, you know, it's like... obviously I played rugby as well. You sort of figure out who alpha boys are, and is there anybody that you've played with who's like stood out as the boy of all rugby players?
Fucking hell, I've played with fucking loads.
If Keswick was 6'4", he'd be dangerous, wouldn't
Who's Keswick?
he? Kyle Keswick were in my school. Yeah.
Why? You know what? Do you know him? Pete Aspinall. He's a bodybuilder. He's just moved to Dubai. He's like a PT.
I do. I've seen him with Keely-ish, yeah.
Massive. Pete Aspinall was in my academy team.
Huddersfield.
He's like
Boyo.
the boyo, yeah.
Is he, yeah?
Like,
He looks like he's built a decent business.
He
now.
has. He's got. Yeah, he's
Fucking
gone
looks-
to Dubai and
looks
took
good.
it to Dubai.
What, just doing all PT and...
He's
Yeah,
got a
PT.
foot mate. He's
Shit.
dense.
Is he,
He's
yeah?
big.
Boy.
He looks like he's
was,
tall as well.
Yeah, he's 6'4". He was
Yeah.
the boy when you were coming through. Yeah.
Love that.
Do you toy with... Will it be hard to walk away from rugby?
You know, I went on about this fucking to me old man the other day.
Does Ian still like sort of like keep going, keep pushing? You'll
He's one of them that whatever makes you happy. I mean, to be fair, in 5 years that I've been at Keighley, I haven't had many knocks or setbacks or things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's always been just like going up and up and up. It's only obviously till recently that it's been a bit down. So I don't know. I've never really told it either. You never think it's going to end here. You don't know what's after. I mean, I've got a trade, so I think I can always fall back on that. But I think probably more than no, I think it'll be my mind that gives up, you know, than my body.
Motivation
when you
go
can't be asked getting up to go train. It's like you've obviously got to be motivated to go to Newcastle fucking 3 times a week and then play all over the country, ain't you? So fire still burns, but as for when it'll end, I don't know.
As a bit of a rugby nerd, what the fuck's happening at Cass?
Do you know what?
Mate,
I've
come on.
absolutely no idea.
Seems strange, that doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought there were talk of him leaving at end of season and going somewhere else, and I thought it'd got till end of year. And
How many years has it been there now? It's not even that long, is it?
Start of last year he were there. One of my mates who were at Keighley, Miss Scott Morell, he's gone to be assistant at Cass. I was like, what's going on? He says, I don't even fucking know what's going on. So it was like come out of blue that. But fucking, I don't know what direction they take now.
What's happening with? I saw you put a video of Jax O'Neill the other day. What's that crap with him? Is he coming
He's
back to
boxing,
rugby?
isn't he?
Jack.
Boxing.
So
I've
I've heard a rumour he's doing a bit of boxing.
He's. I think he's moved back over here now. Do you know? I hadn't seen much of him since obviously Love Island. And then I went out. I think I went out on pub and I was going out, and obviously Greg and that says, "Oh, Jackson's going to come and meet us," and he just cropped up. That was the first time I've seen him in about 6-7 months.
Has he changed? Is it the same boy?
He's gone pretty quiet, hasn't he, since Love Island?
Yeah,
He
he's
hasn't made much
quiet.
noise, to be honest.
He's still the same fucking mad little bastard. But I think he wants to get back playing. I think that's thing is when you've got a passion and you love it, you can't get away from it, can you? So all reality shit and all, it'll still burn inside him to want to play. I think that's what he wants to do. I think he's gone back training now. Obviously trying to get fit and sort something.
Is there no truth in this boxing contract thing then?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think. I think he's only doing it to get fit.
All right.
To get in good nick so he can maybe come back and
I
rugby.
can't even remember who mentioned it. So I probably don't want to mention the name, but someone did say he signed a free fight contract, didn't they?
One
Anyway, it can't be fucking
it
right.
Dave McArdle?
Maybe.
He might have done.
Something to do with Misfits.
Money talks.
He looks athletic.
Oh, he is.
And I watched
he
the
is.
video
I'll
of
tell
him
you something.
crop up
He's
the
a
other
tough little
day. Yeah.
bastard.
So he's gonna have
Proper
that,
tough. Yeah, he were always tough on rugby field, bend people in half. So I won't surprise me if he were fighting.
So we just talked about your love life then. Obviously, you've got a missus now. How does that juggle with rugby? Does she mind you fucking off to Newcastle every other day?
Well, I've only been doing it 2.5 weeks, so I'll let you know
Just
in about
early
2
doors.
months what it's
Give
like.
us some feedback.
No, I think it's stress in it. It's fucking stress on your love life. It's stress on everything. You don't get time to do fuck all, really. It's like I get, obviously, Monday night off, but I'll be sore as hell after the game on Sunday. Then Wednesday and a Friday night. But it depends what she's doing with work. She's self-employed, so you've got to fit it around that. And then weekends are fucking...
Have you got any kids yet?
No.
Any
Can you
plans?
imagine me fucking...
No plans for it?
Later on, yeah, but I mean, it's too hectic at the minute. Like, too much fucking travelling and...
Yeah.
Tell you who's ready for kids, mate? You.
I'm getting old, mate.
I'm getting old
see
now.
How old are you
myself.
now? 41?
54, mate.
You were in Ascot, weren't you, at school?
Yeah. I mentioned him too earlier about Scotty Mill. How's he doing?
Oh, is that your brother? Yeah, he met you romantic.
You seem polar opposites, though.
I work with him.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I totally forgot about what happened. Like, what was that, like 6 years ago?
6 years, yeah.
Crazy. Did I say it? No, we got into a fight with his brother. Like, it was like outside biggies or something, wasn't it?
I can't
Not like you, eh?
No. To be fair, that's one of only fights I've like tried to calm down. It like I think he like hit me first. To be fair, innit? And it's the first fight I've ever like gone to turn down, and then it got thrown back in my face. And since then, I've like, fine, I'm not turning any more down.
I didn't even know. I wasn't even out that night, mate. Just
Nothing good comes from big fellas, boys.
No,
if I can give any advice,
You're
there,
right. You're right. I don't. I can't remember the last time I went.
No, it seems a good idea.
And every time I go, I always feel like I've got 10 times worse hangover.
Yeah.
Every time I come out of
Must
there.
be fumes.
It's some vodka blues, that.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still stick to floor, or is it fucking?
I think they had it
Change carpet.
reverbed.
They were selling
reverbed.
off chunks of carpet, and people. Were
Loud
buying
No,
as
it.
they
shit.
weren't.
Mate.
Well, they actually.
So Phil at Skips over here, Went Valley, they were selling bits of fucking whatever it was.
What, as in like for people to use or memorabilia for people to put up in their
you
houses?
get it like framed up, show a little bit of history. And
I'm going to buy Slim some.
go back to this catching up with partying. Did that get out of control at all at times? 'Cause I used to see you on the scene, but I've never really like sat and had conversations.
Not really. No, I would just
In
not
and out.
Yeah, not out of control, but I just enjoyed doing it. Do you know what I mean? So like in pre-season, you'd obviously like train on a Saturday morning, or sometimes Friday night. If you train on a Friday night, go out Friday, and then you go out Saturday. You know what I mean? And then you'd be dying all day Sunday, still recovering Monday, back to train, and it was like. It takes its toll, you know what I mean? Because when you're hungover and you're fucked, aren't you?
You're
You
not
can't,
performing, are
I
you?
can't-
No, and
do
then
it
it takes till Wednesday, till
Especially
Thursday.
when you get a bit older, mate. Wait to get to our
I
age.
know, you know,
How old are you now?
28. I still, yeah, but I have now. I feel like it now.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't even like doing it anymore. I can go out, mate, and have 5 beers, and it fucking ruins me. And I feel like I've got a proper hangover. But like back then, you're young and naive, aren't you? You do what you want. But
Is there still that culture with the young boys to get stuck in?
yeah, they ripping young lads. Yeah, they live for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were loads of them at Key for fucking 6, 7 that used to fucking rip in all the time. Yeah.
Good.
Especially up in Newcastle, a load of them live up there. They're on it young as well. They live up there. So fucking imagine what they do.
So, did you know that you wanted to be playing rugby from like a young age? Then,
Yeah.
Did you ever in school like imagine you'd be anything else?
No.
You always wanted to be.
I can remember. Can you remember Miss Bird? Maths
Tall,
teacher. No, maths teacher.
Mate, I never went to maths, to be fair. So.
I remember the name. I can't put a face to it.
She once said to me, "You've got to learn maths. You're going to be nothing without maths." I said, "I'm not going to be a rugby player." It don't matter. No, you're not. Do you know percentage chance that you're going to be a rugby player? I said, "Yeah, and it'll be me. I'm going to be a fucking rugby player."
No, I don't know the percentages because
Isn't
you don't
I'm
teach
not
me maths.
interested.
Isn't it wrong though that teachers pulling you out of your dream there? Like,
Yeah, and then I can remember one of them. I can't remember if he was a history teacher. She, he says something like, "You're going to just work in McDonald's serving fries," and it's like, okay, hell, I'm a 13, 14-year-old kid with a dream. You're telling me that I'm knocking fries up in McDonald's. I won't mind. I get paid more than I get paid. I'm fucking sat them. From being a kid, like my old man played, and that's all I can ever remember. That like.
Do you remember him playing? Because he was tough, your dad, wasn't he?
Yeah, I can remember him playing with a back rower. I can remember him playing. Yeah, I remember him playing. I went to watch him against Wigan in Challenge Cup. It was a fucking Friday night game. I was straight from school. We got lost. Turned up 10, 15 minutes before half time. We were only in there 5 minutes. Sat down. Got split. Someone in the elbow and him split all his eye. Got carried off. That was it. End at night.
Is he still involved with rugby now?
No, he's packed in. He left. He retired. He was coaching and he retired, I think, in 2013. And that was it. And it come as like proper shock because all I've ever known is he'd been involved playing or coaching. And it was like he canned it and he just said, "That's it. I'm letting you know that I'm retiring." And I was like, fucking hell, that's a bit of a shock. But then since then, he's never been back. And I don't think he has any intentions to either.
What do you think to shape a rugby league at the minute? Do you think it's going to win or do you think it's going to keep 5-10 years' time? Do you think it's there?
I don't know, honestly. They've that IMG that's coming out there that's took over and they're trying to push it, but it depends what direction they go in. I think something's got to drastically change. It's like if you look at rugby union compared to rugby league, in the 90s they were sort of same game, and they've gone fucking levels above rugby league and.
In what way?
Just sponsoring and marketing and everything.
Just
money. Just everything's to like just money orientated. And it's like obviously when you play a game and all, you know how much clubs struggle with fucking money. wouldn't even believe like how many clubs run at a loss, especially in Championship and League One and even
what's
Super League.
What's that? Is it just not bringing a crowd anymore? Is it not
crowds
promoting
of proper?
and shit?
Just like,
to be fair, it's probably a lot to do with what we're talking about over there with the contact and everything coming down and taking the fucking joy out of the game.
that it is like I play halfback, me, and obviously fucking.
So you like being out of it anyway.
Yeah, but still, I hate seeing like contact go out of it. Like when shoulder charge, when obviously there were some that were brutal, but I think that just sort of dampened everything, didn't it? And then they were like grey area with the way what you can do, where you can hit them, like how you can, and it's just. I don't know what direction it's going in. I've seen one today. He's just been banned on it, that Kenny Dowell at OKR. And for me, that was
nothing.
For no, yeah. And then there were one at Catalan against who did they play? Played someone at the weekend, and he sort of did the same thing, and they didn't even bring it up. So maybe a bit of inconsistency as well. But I don't know. I think they're meant to be bringing out a plan tomorrow, that IMG, on which way. Like what?
Weren't Matchroom.
They were going to do Eddie Hearn. Yeah, they were going to do, but it's like the people that interviewed Eddie Hearn for the job wanted to be Edit Rugby League anyway. So why would Edit Rugby, who wanted to be Edit Rugby League, go interview Eddie Hearn? Because if he come in, then he won't get.
Because I can't believe what he's done with darts.
Oh,
they would have
thought.
What's he done?
Well, darts
for a pub game.
It's
proper.
Attracted sponsors, gets audiences.
That Ali Pally, have you seen it? And the competitions.
It's mad.
Unbelievable. And imagine if he did, because Rugby League's an unbelievable product that they've got. Imagine him coming in and taking over and then putting his stamp on it, taking it in a direction.
Well, I'm a big nerd, Rugby League nerd, but I watch all like what Oz do, with not Footy Show, but Andrew John's show.
Yeah, Andrew John's show. But that's
it's a national sport over there for them.
Oh, you've never seen out like it. I lived over there, and I'm not kidding. Everything, main news is just Rugby League. Every game's televised, whatever you turn it.
Are they all superstars in town as well when they're there?
Yeah, massive superstars. Like they are like football players over there. It's mad.
What age did you go to Oz?
19.
And how long did you?
2 years. Come back at 21.
Where were you? Melbourne, Sydney area?
No, I went to Canberra originally, and then I moved up to Brisbane, and then I did Brisbane about 4 or 5 months, and then I moved back to the team in Canberra that I was at.
What's that like? 'Cause obviously. Did you go over with school as well?
Yeah, I went with school on that exchange.
Yeah, I remember. I think I were in my last year of school and all that come out. What's the lifestyle like over there playing rugby? Not so much when you're in school, because I know you probably got looked after a lot and didn't get to do what you wanted to do. But when you're there for them 2 years, what's the lifestyle like over there compared to over here?
Laid back, like I wouldn't even say that I was semi-professional over there. I signed at a good standard, but they have like competitions where you have NRL, Queensland Cup, New South Wales Cup. They're your semi-pro teams. NRL's pro. But then you have like groups that if you play country competition, it's like, let's say, they have like group 9, group 6, group 11, but there's that many teams. You're just playing like local comps, you know what I mean? So you've gone from being full-time as a professional, going over there, and then you're like...
Are they paying you though?
Yeah, they're paying you. They're paying you well as well, yeah, to play. Like, you don't even understand, like, mad the leagues clubs that they have, and just like, balmy. You wouldn't even believe it. And then they've got like fucking reserve grade under 16s, 15s, 40s, 30s, all the way through women's team in every town. But like we'd work, and then on a Friday, everyone would just go to the pub on a Friday. Like everybody, 3 o'clock finish, done, straight there, red hot outside on beers.
And so you just had work there? Were you work like doing a job?
Yeah, I was working. I like the first job that I had. I was working in just a warehouse, just like packing boxes and shit. But we were getting like $1,000 a week or something like that.
Would you ever fancy us?
Well, Sam Holmes is out there, my close friend.
He seems to be living a dream right now.
Yeah, he is. He's like just got stuck into work out there. Obviously, the lifestyle suits him. Just a big uproot for me. Like I built like a business here. It's like a big step.
You've got to go all in, haven't you, with that?
Yeah, you've got to be willing to walk away from everything you've built here.
That's like what I'm like. If only regret that I have me. I went to Australia at 19-year-old, and I had no regrets of what I did over there, because I ended up doing really well over there. But if I could have gone a bit later, I sort of come back to chase going back full time here. Do you know what I mean? Because I was only 21 at the time when I come back. But if I could have gone like now, I don't think I'd have come back. You know, like if you go a bit older and a bit wiser, but you're 24, 25, 26, even my, you probably won't come back, because you've no really to come back for. I was coming back to chase a dream and go back full time, which obviously it didn't work out, but hindsight's a fucking wonderful thing, isn't it?
So you've got your full-time job, then you're a joiner.
Yep.
You do your rugby. Is there any other avenues that you're taking? Anything else that you focus on whatsoever?
No.
You're a good speaker, mate. I'm shocked with.
I am.
Yeah. Like
Not bad for a scruffy kid. It's not an old from Cass, is it?
Easy podcast, mate, today. Just fucking reeling it off.
No. It's like, you know what I'm on about? Like, fucking too busy. Yeah. I'm like, literally, I'm too fucking busy. So there's stuff that you want to do. Or avenues you want to go down, but it's like, well, when am I going to fucking find time to do that? Because sometimes you can't even find time to get a fucking haircut. Or, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Being what? I.e. what? Just pursuits, business?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Well, it's like trying to juggle that lifestyle of starting work at 7, finishing at 3 or 4, and then doing your training. Then you ain't got, it's not time; it's more energy, innit?
Yeah, and like I love gym, I love going to the gym, but I found like, especially since I've obviously signed at Newcastle, I'm fucked. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, do I go to the gym or am I going to be worse off for it? Because then tomorrow I'm going to have to get up, and I'll be even tireder, and then I've got to get in and then I've got to go straight training after work, so I'll be fucking 11 o'clock when I get in. So then it's like just a circle, do you know what I mean? Going round and round, and then fucking Friday I wake up even worse, and then I'm up at 6 o'clock Saturday. And
it's a vicious cycle.
Do you think it'll be a big shock then? I know I've already sort of asked this question. Will it be a big shock when that time is just freed up because you've stopped playing? I think that'll be a bit of a...
No, you know what? When I left Donny, I had 6 months off, and it was the best 6 months of my life. Can you remember 2018? World Cup in 2018?
Yeah.
World Cup in 2018.
Through summer as well.
Yeah, and that was the best summer I've ever had. And it went on all the way through summer, so... I was just in Leeds on a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, England versus
Wednesday
Sweden.
afternoon at lot, mate.
Yeah,
I won't work in me. I'll just make it most of it.
3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, England versus Sweden on a rooftop bar. Pissed, you know. I was drinking with like fucking.
You always remember stuff like that.
Oh, I can remember it playing as there, and I think to myself, do we even want to go back playing rugby here? Yeah. And then I ended up signing fucking back, and I'm in the middle of Keighley, fucking freezing my tits off in an early January morning, -2.
Did you ever play with my mate Benny Kane? You ever cross paths?
No, I played against him. He come back and played against Donny. He played for Donny.
Still a grub?
He could still play now. He could play till he's 50, Benny.
Yeah, he's mad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good pro, fucking in good nick, smart.
Still doing, he still kills himself every day.
He was class.
Train him.
Yeah, but like he to me would do an intense CrossFit workout. He does it every morning. He gets up and goes coaching these people at 5 a.m. club, and he's like, him, once he's made a decision, he will not deviate from it at all.
Fucking alive. I make a decision, man. I'll fucking be like voices in my head.
Yeah, he don't. He's just like, it's almost like I'm same as you.
Pro, he's the pro, but what does he do for work, Benny? Is he still in with all trading and all?
I think there's a few avenues that he does, but he seems to be putting a fair bit of energy into this.
So it's like, if you can sort of juggle your time to make it where it suits you, then you can do that. You know what I mean? I know Benny's fucking got fingers in all sorts of pies. You know what I mean? And he's always busy. But I think you can sort of free up your time, can't you? Whereas I go like work, and you work fucking 8 till 4, and then training. It's all set times, isn't it? So it's like when you're on about what do you want to do? Do you want any other avenues that you want to do? Yeah, there'd be stuff that I want to do, but it's like fucking when. So it's probably will come after I hang boots up.
Is the club now? Let me get it right. So it will Gateshead now called Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah.
Have you played Keighley yet?
No,
this is what I want. So this has got a bit build up, mate. Shoot a promo, mate. Gale is getting it.
You get me, you kill me. No, so
I've got you back, mate.
I'd agreed to sign at Newcastle, and they played them that week. So I went to the game, and I knew it was my last game.
In Newcastle shirt? Oh.
No. And it sort of come out, and it was like it weren't meant to come out until Monday. And this one on Sunday at game, and it was like fucking all fans coming up to me, hey, leaving, and I'm like, you're in a proper awkward situation that you don't want to be in, and I'm trying to answer questions, and I didn't really know how to answer it. And they played them that day. Keighley ended up winning, and it was like, like when you think, fucking, I don't really want to be in this situation here. I'd rather it just come out next day. And it was like, it pulls on your heartstrings as well, because when you've done so much with the club and you're tied in, and it's like, it ain't just a decision that's like for performance. It's emotional as well. You've got to take your emotion away from it to go do it. So it was like, I toyed on the idea of leaving for ages, and it sort of just clicked, and I had to take emotion away from it and go.
So if they've not played there, but there will be a second fixture further down.
Yeah, there's a second fixture June.
I'm coming to that.
June. It's at home at Newcastle.
Is it?
Should we stay some shit?
Try and get some tickets there, mate. We'll come to that.
Come on. Be good. Hopefully it'll be warm and all in June.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but set up there is fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
They play at Newcastle Falcons Rugby League, Rugby Union.
Do you get to circulate with them a little bit?
They were training on Saturday morning.
What are they like as an outfit professional?
Yeah, they're in top league, aren't they, at Rugby Union? So Yeah, they're all right. The sound.
Did you ever come across it? You seem like you like everyone, to be fair, but do you ever come in across any players that you just think, I'd fucking love to knock you out?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Yeah.
Is that usually chirpers?
Yeah, who pipe up and.
Who's best at that? Do you think? Who's best English?
Mind game specialist.
Yeah, so like,
do you know what?
Not like Mick Ennis for to me, the one who was
not the one that I'd love to belt, but one that's best ever for winding people up. Scott Morrell. And he's proper. Like, he's known for it. Like, anybody who ever plays against him, he's just at you all game, and he just don't shut up. And people will get yellow card and red card just by him just going at him because he's fucking unbelievable all game.
What, chirping personally or chirping just
talking shit to people? Just.
Do they ever do that where they mic the players up? I've seen that in
NRL's good.
I
did they try it over here?
Yeah,
and I can remember Willie Mason when he did it at Newcastle.
What big Aussie forward called? Like
that's
Willie Mason.
No, there were a big Aussie forward who came over here to play for Warrington. Long hair, looked like
Trent Waterhouse.
No, big.
Ashton Sims.
He's got.
He did it. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it.
Good.
It was good, but that was best I've ever seen, mate. Willie Mason when he played for Newcastle. Yeah. Tell Wayne I've got about 5 minutes left in me. Fucking hell, I'm freezing. Get me off.
Yeah. Aussies did some good ones.
Yeah.
Happy with that. I think we've got a good little conversation
rolling
there.
It's been good.
I appreciate the time. Just give me what were the other podcasts you want? I want to quickly ask that. What were they?
It was a Keighley Albion one. They've got so obviously Keighley, they've got a junior set up, amateurs, Keighley Albion, and they'd only just started. They want to do like like get people on just to like raise game, because Keighley's like a secluded area. It's in Bradford, but there's not much there. Do you know what I mean? So rugby's main sport, electronic professional team. So they've done like a podcast, and I were obviously hot topic at the time. So they got me on. So I went over and did it for them. But yeah, they're setting up. They're doing something right. They're trying to push game.
Good.
Happy with that?
Yeah, man.
Good work, boys.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.